There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Green Bay Packers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Lambeau. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Blaster, 6, red, yellow, 33, yellow. Blue striker, needle, ready.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Red, 38. Hut.
Love now. Connects with Watson on the comebacker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready. Black shot. 52 blue. Smash. Red. Hut.
Now Love. Pass to the sideline and put it in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good for Packers. First down.
Flag blue.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air again. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Down. Green Jack. Set.
Love looking to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 6. Blue, 32. Set. Go.
Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
And the Packers.
Ready, red, needle, blue. 45. White. Hut.
Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Yellow. Claws red. Ready?
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Throw left side is complete to Reed. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Well, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Red, yellow, needle, blue.
No score after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Let's go. White, 52 blue, red, cycle. Blue striker, steel, black. Ready.
Glove. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Pause, 45, white, black shot. Set, go.
To throw now, here's Love. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft from 4 yards out. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he had a man open.
What the fuck, dude? I just did the lightest touch and he overthrows it, dude. Like, what the hell, dude?
He's got a man running free, and you've
Ridiculous, man. Why is this pass not complete, dude?
incomplete.
Like, what the fuck, dude? I literally just fucking tapped the fucking button, dude. Ridiculous, man. Why is that incomplete, dude? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I literally just tapped the button, the guy's wide open, and he overthrows him 10 fucking yards, man.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons.
They all do the same exact thing every time, dude. It's this blitz every fucking time, dude.
No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Steelers.
Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
It's now
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Warren. gets out to about the 40. Give him 4 on the carry. It'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, 59 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 20.
Set, punt. Red, 38. Ready.
Love from the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
32. Set.
Love to throw for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Packers' 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
46. Mega. Claws red. Blues ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Black shot. Block 45. Right.
Going back to Love. They're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd and 10. Love. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw again. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All this asshole offense, it's a tie game, man. For all this being an asshole, it's a tie game.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On the give, it's Warren. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Oko, over here.
Snap comes at 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps back?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quinn Walker came through to make the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Rodgers.
First down, Steelers.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
What's the matter? Your stupid fucking YouTube defense isn't working? Your fucking YouTube call the same thing every single fucking time isn't working?
And they're able to stop it before he could even make it to the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up and start.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 85 yards. And the Packers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Left sideline a dime, and it looks like he's got it. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice, and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feel like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Escapes the defender. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And again, it's Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. A handoff for Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12. The Packers' 46-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Warren. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive
That's
stoppers.
fucked up, dude. This is something you can't control in the game, dude. I tried to go down. I was trying to go down, and he fucking...
Yeah,
The
that was
fuck?
after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to run forward, Jacobs. Past the 20. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
That turnover, dude, because I was going to run the clock out and kick a field goal and win 17-15, but the computer fucked me over on that play, dude. And they're allowing him to call the same fucking play every single time, dude, with no punishment.
Hey, go Fury.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, I would need him to make a dumb turnover. I don't see him doing it, though.
Here we go.
They'll try a jet sweep with Golden. Oh, this one may need
This is why I could play in the game, because you have cheeseball players like this who just call like the same play every single time. It's not that fun. And I should have won this game except for the stupid fumble. Fumble you can't really control.
Come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a Packer first down. And that should be the one.
But he doesn't need to score at all. Game over, dude.
You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he is going to lose yardage
He
here.
could fumble, though. I mean, I was hoping he'd fumble on that play, man.
As well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
I mean, you're silencing your home fans, man. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Silencing your home fans for one cheating win, dude.
Smash, red. White.
And they're not going to get this one off in time.
I'd laugh
It'll
if
be
he got a
flag.
grieving loss.
So that flag will set him
Get a
back 5
grieving
yards.
loss, man. Get a grieving loss, bro.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Let's go. Blackboard 10, 5.
I don't think he.
Now whistles here, flag down.
I don't think he wants to win by 1 point. I think he's upset. He wanted to win by more or something. He desperately wants.
It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on.
Penalty. And this is why I don't play this game anymore, dude. Not the loss, just the ridiculousness of the gameplay, dude.
Because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale.
Well, if I had my way, I would say that, like, once you pick a play, it's grayed out. You can't pick it again for, like, a couple plays. Or there's something you could only call play 2 or 3 times a game or something. So they can't call the same exact play. Or make it where, like, if they do that, your team's going to intercept it because they recognize what you're doing. Of course, you could change your routes at the line of scrimmage, but still, you know, they should jump the routes if you do that. Not let a player call the same play every time. I mean, you could say, oh, until you stop it, but it's like more like an exploit and less like a strategy. And then, like, the micro blitzing, they just call the micro blitz every time. Still, I should have won that game 17-15, man. The computer fucked me over on that fumble, dude. All that being said, yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers makes the Steelers Super Bowl contenders. You add Pitman and Bernard to the mix. Rodgers can scramble just fine, man. The problem with the last couple years for the Steelers is the receivers haven't been scrambling, and they're just standing in molasses game after game. The announcers complaining that the Steelers receivers are just standing around when Russell Wilson is out of the pocket, when Aaron Rodgers is out of the pocket. Receivers are standing around. And so you blaming the quarterback when the receivers have been bad for years and the offensive line has been a sieve. In the Texans game, Fontenot was a sieve, running right past them. Rodgers is doing everything he can to get outside of the pocket. Guys are not open. They're dropping passes. You had Jonnu drop a pass. Fucking Metcalf drops a pass. Austin drops a pass. I mean, this is deflating to the offense, man. It's not Rodgers' fault. He's scrambling outside the pocket, trying to put the team on his back. But he's not getting a lot of help from the offensive line or the receivers. And then Metcalf drops a fucking pass early in the game. You know, like... So, yeah, get him more receivers, man. Get him better line. And you have Arthur Smith running the ball on 3rd and 11, running up the middle. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see what he can do with better coaching, better offense. And now Mike McCarthy's working on scramble drills. Because Mike Tomlin said he never worked on scramble drills.